I could totally go for buffalo wings right now. It is 10 in the morning. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a look, this look right here. I found a shit ton of good products on Glambot. I'm using a bunch of them in this video. Super excited about it because I got to try out the Kat Von D Metal Matte Eyeshadow Palette. This thing is giant and there's an eyelash glued to it. Also found the Anastasia Contour Kit. If you haven't heard of Glambot, they're basically where you can buy and sell pre-owned makeup. I'm addicted to it. Since some of the products that you get are gently used, they have a whole sanitation process. Makeup can be sanitized just as it is at makeup counters in malls and stuff. I like how they seal everything with like the Glambot sticker so you know it's been sanitized and it doesn't feel like you're getting pre-owned makeup. They do like crazy 40% off, 80% off sales, and they do have a Black Friday sale coming up. So make sure you're signed up for their email newsletters. That'll alert you anytime a sale goes on. Stuff disappears really quick off of Glambot, so you want to be on there like right when it goes up. I love Glambot. I've shopped on there for years, so thank you to Glambot for collaborating with me on this video. Glambot hooked you guys up with a 30% off code. It's Taylor30. I'm gonna leave a link down below. Wanted to quickly remind you guys that there's not gonna be a Foundation Friday this week or next week because I am in the middle of filming for 15 Days of Foundation. November 5th is the first day of 15 Days of Foundation. Make sure you're following me on all of my social channels because I announce anything that's going on there. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, love them all. If you want to see how I got this look, you're in the right place, just keep watching. Okay, so my base is on because I'm filming a first impression on the Jolie Stick Foundation. That video will be up before this, so I'm gonna link that down below if you missed it. This is a Foundation Friday video. What is in my eyeball? We're gonna try this Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer Illuminate in the shade Ivory. This is supposed to be like an illuminating under eye concealer, which always kind of confuses me because if you have to set it with a powder, doesn't that just take it away? I'm not sure if we're gonna set my face with a powder yet. Disclaimer, my foundation is 50 shades too dark right now, which you saw if you watched that video. So this concealer will probably look extra light right now, but let's just blend. This is my Morphe G38 brush. I love this for concealer. Whoa, this is looking a little bit dry. Ooh, my under eyes might just be dry right now, but it's looking pretty crackly. Hopefully you guys can't hear the construction going on right now outside. I don't know what they're doing, but I walked in my kitchen the other day, first thing in the morning, and there was a dude standing out on one of those hoister things, literally right outside my kitchen, just staring in. That was fun. Normally I would highlight the center of my face and stuff, but since we're doing a first impression on this foundation, I want to see the foundation without concealer on top of it everywhere. So I'm just going to leave the concealer to that. I'm going to set my under eyes with my Physicians Formula Translucent Light Setting Powder. I'm out of Stargazer, so I've been going back to using this because I have like 3 backups of this. But I think I like Stargazer a little bit better. Okay, so the foundation feels like it's starting to set now. I don't think I'm going to powder my whole face because I love the finish of this right now. So I'm just going to go in for... kind of want to do eyes first and then we'll go in with bronzer and stuff. Switching it up today, switching it up. So for an eyeshadow base, I'm going with the Lancome La Base Nude 03. That just reminded me of School of Rock for some reason. Got this off of Glambot a while ago and I really like this as an eyeshadow base. Pretty similar to the MAC Paint Pot. I was supposed to have a meeting today that got rescheduled to the morning. And I'm really glad because I was planning on trying out this foundation before going in. Would have walked in like Snooki. I am so freaking excited to try out this palette. This is the Kat Von D Metal Matte. So it says metal, and then if you flip it, it says matte. How cool is that? I just think that's super cool product design right there. Let's see if I can get this out of the box to start. So this palette is huge. Like, this is a super large palette. I don't think you would ever want to travel with this. This is definitely the biggest palette that I own. There are 9 shimmery shades and then 13 matte shades. If I just counted correctly, this is what they all look like. Super pretty. I feel like there's a really nice array of different colors in here. I think I want to go for like a forest emerald kind of green look. I don't think I've ever done a green eyeshadow look on my channel. So I'm gonna start out and take the shade Suede, which is a really nice pale transition shade. The only Kat Von D eyeshadows I have ever used, oh, I forgot about brows. All right, we'll do that after this. The only Kat Von D eyeshadows I've ever used is the Shade and Light palette, and I wasn't a huge fan of that palette. I just feel like they're almost too powdery and it just kicked up a lot. My under eyes are looking very bright today. Okay, so let's do brows because this is gonna drive me crazy. Lately, I've been going in with the Ulta Deep Brown tint. This is only if I'm doing eyeshadow, by the way. On an everyday basis, I just leave my brows. But this is the Ulta Brow Tint. I used to always use this stuff, and I've just been going in to add a little bit of color basically back into my brows. Sometimes when I put on foundation, it like covers up the permanent brows a little bit. You could just use makeup remover, but this is just as easy. And then to kind of clean up the edges a little bit, I go in with my MAC paint pot, my MAC fluid line in Past Twilight. This, I'm pretty sure, was a limited edition from like years ago. When I had red hair, I really liked this for my brows. It has like more of a purpley tint, and I like my brows darker than my hair, obviously. Now we're back on eyeshadow. I can't get over how giant this thing is. It's taking up half my table right now. So we just took Suede right here. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade, Oak, and I'm just gonna blend that. Ooh, maybe we'll do like a purpley green. No, that's a little too Barney-esque. Okay, I'm gonna take that shade Oak and put that on like the outer third. Whoa, these are super pigmented. By the way, I can't believe I found this thing literally brand new on Glambot. It looked like it had literally been swatched like maybe 1 or 2 times. Hadn't even been used at all, it looked like, and it was fully in its box. This is super, super pigmented. I'm going back in with the M511 brush and just blending that together a little bit. Oh man, look at Tinsel, that looks so pretty. This is the shade Watt. Ooh, heck yeah. But then we also have this matte green. This is Moss. I think I'm first gonna go in with Moss. I need a brush. So on this stiffer brush, this is the M519. I'm gonna take Moss, which is that matte green shade. I think I'm gonna kind of like blend this into the crease a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out though. I never put colors in my crease, I realized the other day. Trying to expand the horizon. That looks a little bit muddy. This is not the softest brush. So I'm gonna be putting that shimmery green shade on my lid. So it's okay if this is like all over your lid in places that you don't want it. We're just focusing it on blending into the crease right now. Yeah, this brush is like freaking scratchy. Would not recommend. So when this video is going up, I think Kendall will be coming in like a couple days. Kendall Ray is coming to visit. I'm super excited. She's staying with me here in Seattle. If you guys want to follow along that, we will be posting on Snapchat and everything. She'll probably be vlogging, but I think we're gonna try and film some kind of video together, whether it's like a challenge video or I don't know, let us know what you want to see down below. Now we are going in for the fun part. I'm gonna take Watt, which is that emerald kind of teal color, and put that on. Oh, heck yeah. Do you see that? This is with a brush too. Usually I don't get that good of pigment with a brush, but this looks freaking beautiful. For being a shimmery shadow, this has pretty much no fallout. I'm gonna take that R39 brush and just blend a little bit. This shade is so freaking pretty. I'm gonna take it on my finger and just see what happens. A little bit more shimmery with your finger, but I feel like it's pretty close to the brush. I'm gonna go in with Tinsel. This looks like Urban Decay Verve a little bit. I'm gonna apply this right on the center of the eye. This one has some fallout. I just felt it land on my cheek. I'm gonna spray the brush so we get a little bit more color and it doesn't fall out. Wet, the shadow is beautiful. On the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with Moss, which is the matte green shade. I still want like a major pop of green. I'm gonna take Suede, that transition color we first used, just to blend this out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have a bright green eyeliner because I'm into this green right now. We are in luck. I have this Lancome one, which is Pacific, and then I also have a ColourPop teaspoon. This looks like true green, so I think I'm gonna go in with this. I'm gonna bring this a tiny bit underneath the lower lash line to give a little bit more pop. Now we're talking. For an inner corner highlight, I'm actually gonna take this Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick Radiant. I think we're gonna use this as a face highlight too. I've never tried this before. But I'm just gonna apply some of this to the inner corner. Whoa, that's intense. For eyeliner, I wanna try this L'Oreal Voluminous Liner Noir. This is from their new like Feline, I think it's called the Feline collection or something. Yeah, Feline Noir. Also have their mascara here to try. Actually, before I do liner and lashes and all that good stuff, I want to do the rest of my face so that I can spray it with a setting spray. Super exciting. I finally have the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I found this off of Glambot. Hell yeah. This is in the shade light to medium. Look at this. This is literally untouched. This looks brand new. So there's a banana shade in here that I actually might use because I feel like my under eyes are too light right now. So I think first I'm going to go in with this banana shade and just add a little bit. I don't think I've ever used a banana shade in my life because they're usually like yellow on my skin tone. So I'm going to try this shade right here, this middle shade to contour. And by the way, my face right now is pretty much fully set. Alright, it's actually a really nice kind of subtle, not subtle, but natural-ish shade. What are we doing for highlight? This one looked pretty intense. Here are my options right now. We can do the Makeup Revolution one that I just used as eyeshadow. Could do this JCat U Glow Girl. This is one of their new highlighters. Or I have the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is a mini Mary Luminizer. Glambot threw this in as like one of their freebie things. They usually put in some kind of samples or little small size makeup in with your order. I feel like this is a board game piece or something. So I might use Mary Luminizer because I haven't used it in a while. So cute. Okay. Okay, this looks way better than the Mary Lou that I own. Maybe I got a dud because I never understand what the hype is with Mary Lou. But this one looks way less glittery than the one that I own. Interesting. I need a matte blush right now. That is what I need in my life. I hope there's some matte ones in here. Also found this on Glambot. Freaking scored. Look, in box. This is the Tarte Works of Tarte Holiday, Last Holiday collection. Whoa, this is huge. Okay, it even still has the sealant thing. I think this has every single Tarte blush that I have ever wanted to own in my entire life. You literally get 10 blush shades in here. So I'm going to take the shade Icon because it looks like a really nice mauve kind of muted shade. I might actually mix that with Concept. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Here's Concept right here. Nice, more natural, like muted blush shade. Might bring a little bit up to my temples. Okay, eyeliner. So this is the L'Oreal Noir. Looks like it has a nice fine point. Ooh. Goes on nice and matte. We're going in for the wing. Not bad. Okay, that was actually super easy. Got a nice fine point. So I would totally use that eyeliner again. I'm gonna spray my face. I'm using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I don't think this does a whole lot. I feel like it makes your face look a little bit less powdery, but I don't think it does a whole lot as far as the setting spray. I'm just trying to use this up. The spray bottle is also pretty shitty. Sprays you like a freaking fire hose, so you kind of just have to like move with it. These are super intense, but I kind of want to go with them. These are the Violet Voss. Doesn't say what number this is. Oh, I do not care. These have a super thick band. So before I plop those on, I'm gonna put on a little bit of this Feline mascara. I love the packaging of this, feeling the leopard and gold. Whoa, super tiny bristles. They're like the rubbery kind of really tiny bristles. I'm not gonna put on a ton just because I just want my lashes to be black. I don't really care about volume because we're putting false lashes on. This doesn't seem very lengthening. So I'm gonna pop on those false lashes and I will be right back. Okay, so falsies are on. I put a little bit of bottom mascara on my bottom lashes. I really like these lashes, how they look. The bands are pretty thick, so you can definitely like feel them. Last step, we're on to lips. So I have a few different lip options. I got this off of Glambot. This is the MAC Lip Tensity in Burnt Violet. These lip tensities are new from MAC. Might be too intense right now. I kind of want to do more of like a nudie, but I'm going to swatch this so you can see. Ooh, this is like super pretty deep plum. That might actually work. Love the smell of MAC lipsticks. Then I have this JCat Lipfinity. These are their new liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Tonight My Name Is. I've tried these just like swatched on my lip really quick and they feel super liquidy and like a little bit drying. Smells kind of like minty chemicals. Then I have the Smashbox Always On liquid lipsticks. These I haven't full on worn throughout the day, so I'm kind of curious to see how they wear. This is in the shade In Demand. I think I want to go with this one. I think with the green, a shade like this will look best. Whoa, this lip tensity is like on there. Okay, this is like super peach pink. I might need to blend This is like super brown, so I'm just gonna put a dab. Not quite the shade I'm going for. I'm gonna wipe this off and try something else. I want more of like a nude. Okay, let's try the NYX Lip Lingerie in Satin Ribbon. This one usually doesn't fail me. Then I'm just gonna top it off with ColourPop Ultra Gloss in the shade Fairy Floss. Alright, so this is the final look. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Again, everything in the description box is linked down below. There's also a link for GlamBot. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. It'll notify you every single time I put up a new video. We can be friends and it'll be fun. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.